Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise to ask question 87 of 2017. Question is directed to the Honourable Minister for Health and Medical Services. And the question is, can the Minister brief the House on what are the opening hours of the health facilities and what is the progress on the extended opening hours? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Minister for Health and Medical Services.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I thank the Honourable Member for the question. Madam Speaker, in relation to the question, I'd like to begin by saying that the Public Hospitals and Dispensaries Act clearly outlines the conditions for the opening hours of our health facilities. And I quote, "Outpatients seeking attention at a public hospital or public dispensary shall, unless other arrangements are made in particular case by a medical officer on the staff of such hospital or dispensary, be seen, except on public holidays between the hours of 8:30 o'clock in the morning and 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and between the hours of 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Mondays to Fridays, inclusive and between the hours of 8:30 o'clock in the morning and 12 noon on Saturdays. Provided that cases requiring special attention shall, if necessary, be seen outside such hours," unquote, and this is substituted by Regulations 20 July 1966. Madam Speaker, hospitals that provide inpatient services operate 24 hours per day, 7 days a week. They will also generally see outpatients from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. and have staff available to respond to emergencies after working hours or during public holidays. Madam Speaker, most urban health centres are open on weekdays, Monday to Friday, with general outpatient services normally ceasing at 4 p.m., but staff may be rostered to deal with any emergencies until the centre closes at 10 p.m. The urban health centres in Suvarnasuri corridor also operate a single 8-hour shift from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on weekends, that's Saturday and Sunday. All health facilities which provide primary health care services are also available for emergencies between 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. Madam Speaker, at Vizia urban primary health care facilities, general outpatient services generally are fully operational during staff lunch hours because they are able to roster nursing or medical cover during that period. Madam Speaker, it is common in most health systems for patients to wait for non-urgent treatment. Indeed, the Australian Medical Association recently reported that 27% of people who attended a public hospital emergency department in Australia in 2015 and 2016 had to wait longer than 4 hours. Madam Speaker, I expect that very few of our non-emergency patients face waits that long when they visit the outpatient department in one of our hospitals. Madam Speaker, in our system, waiting for a routine general outpatient appointment when the patient's condition is not an emergency is also inevitable. The allocation of numbers to patients ensure that access to services or consultation is fair as well. At times when staff are required to deal with an emergency or urgent patient based on a triaging system, delays may be experienced by general outpatients. I would hope that no one would consider that inappropriate and would be content to wait a little longer while someone with a more urgent need is attended to. Madam Speaker, the Ministry of Health and Medical Services advises that if anyone has concerns with the length of waiting time at any particular health centre or any other aspect of the centre's services, they should see a senior staff or manager responsible for the facility. In that way, their concerns would be raised there and then, and if no resolve has been found, we have people contacting the Ministry's headquarters directly, or in many events they contact me directly and see how best we can resolve the issues. Madam Speaker, what is the progress of extended opening hours? Currently, like I said, all major divisional hospitals, CWM, Lautoka and Lambasa, operate 24 hours emergency services in addition to other services. Similarly, subdivisional hospitals in the West, Central, Northern and Eastern also provide 24-hour emergency services with general outpatients limited to normal working hours, sometimes until 10 p.m. A team is always rostered to cover for emergencies after working hours. Some health facilities in the major urban centres, especially in Nassori to Suva corridor, have extended opening hours from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. for general outpatients department services. Madam Speaker, currently we are looking at plans to establish Valelevu as a 24-hour operating health centre. This will also involve expanding the emergency room, increasing the number of allied health personnel and improving space and patients for the staff. Lastly, but not the least, the Ministry of Health is also engaging with NGOs, CSOs and faith-based organizations in partnership agreements to provide general outpatient and special outpatient clinics. This initiative will definitely provide the general public with a greater choice of outpatient services. And I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable Anna Revandi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. We applaud the extension of opening hours and also the opening hours of the health facilities around Fiji. My question is whether overtime payment to medical authorities or medical staff can be compensated appropriately. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Madam Speaker, all staff working overtime are mandated to be paid overtime salary by law. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Waikulo.
Madam Speaker, the last time I went to CWM, we waited 10 hours. 10 hours, yes. Only to find there was no bed. So how are you addressing these needs to reduce the waiting hours time and to address the need for sufficient bed in hospital?
Honorable Minister.
Madam Speaker, I don't know, and I wonder when was the last time Honorable Nawaikula went to CWM. But the last time, but my last visit to CWM and the talk with the medical superintendent and the clinicians there, and especially with the doctors in the emergency A&E, they were quite happy that we have been able to reduce waiting time. And I sort of, I would like to debate the 10-hour waiting time with the Honorable Nawaikula. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Rotary.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Earlier this week, I've walked into this house in regards to Nausuri Health Center. And in this question, the Honourable Minister explained the hours. Could she give a brief on the staffing? Because at Nausuri, there's only one doctor and 2 nurses right up to 10. And the briefing also on the minimum requirements for health centers, because at Nausuri there's only 1 wheelchair with no wheels, 2 wheels at the back. Only that single wheelchair has only 1 or 2 wheels in front. Whether she can give a brief on the minimum requirements in regard to health centers. Thank you. I was there.
We've actually deviated from opening hours to staffing, but the onus is on the Honourable Minister to answer your question. Thank you. The question was not relevant to the supplementary question, not relevant to the question.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. For rural areas,
I've given the floor to the Honourable Prem Singh.
A supplementary question, Madam. We accept the Minister's response that the opening hours are 24. Madam Speaker, most of the health centers and departments, they have the signage, closed for lunch, closed for dinner. My question to the Minister is, how do we access, or how do the general public access the services given during lunch and dinner time?
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Madam Speaker, earlier on I mentioned the Public Hospitals and Dispensaries Act. It mandates that our health centers are closed during lunch hour, but we have instructed our staff to be rostered to look after patients during 1 to 2. And actually, when this issue was raised in the media a couple of weeks ago, I made a surprise visit to all the health centers during the Suvarnasori corridor, and I was actually pleased to see that my staff was on call during lunch hour as well, attending to patients.
Thank you. Now, Honourable Director.
Speaker, my question to the Honourable Minister is, it has been the practice in the past that rural health centers normally has only 1 nurse. Is there any plan to try to have another nurse so that they have 2 nurses in cases one is away from the station, there's another one there to carry on the services? Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I thank the Honourable Member for the questions. I am not sure whether you're talking about health centres or nursing stations. Nursing stations are equipped and manned by nurses. only one nursing stations. You are requesting for 2. I mean, you are aware that staff issues has always been a problem. Doctor shortages and nurse shortages, we are trying to counter that. Actually, last year, December, we advertised for 242 nursing positions, and we are currently into that process of filling up these positions. So as those positions get filled, I can assure you that more nurses would be allocated to these health facilities across the country.
Thank you.